Today we're going to do this question. A bucket of an evacuator at a construction site is subject to 5.5 kilonewtons and 3 kilonewtons digging forces at its tip. Determine the magnitude and direction of the resultant. Use A, the vector algebra, and B, the vector polygon methods. Compare the answers from the two methods to verify the accuracy of your work. Okay, so what I like to do is draw a rough sketch of this machine. It's going to look really bad. Okay, so at this tip there are two forces. They're at 50 degrees apart. This is 5.5 kilonewtons. This is 3 kilonewtons. And what they want to do is solve the resultant using vector algebra and vector polygon methods. So I'm going to start with the vector polygon method, which is the graphical representation. I'm just going to do it rough. Usually you would have to use graph paper and use it on there, but I'm going to do this. And okay, we use the vectors that we use in physics. So you take the first one, this is the first force, and use the head to tail method. Okay, and then we take this up, that's the 5.5 kilonewtons, and this is 3 kilonewtons. From head to tail, tail to head, head, tail. Okay, and then to find the resultant, we take the start of the first one to the end of the last one, and that's your resultant. Okay, and 50 should be there. So if you say 180 minus 50, that is 130 degrees. Now, if you use this, you can use a bit more scale, and then you can work out more or less what this angle would be using a protractor and what the length of that would be, just to make sure you know what you're doing. Okay, A. Now we're going to do vector algebra. We're going to take the cosine method, the cosine rule, and use it on here. So the cosine rule is c squared a squared plus b squared minus 2ac times cos c. And then we will get a, make this a, this b, and this is c. 5500 squared plus 3000 squared minus 25500 3000 times cos 130 degrees. Type that into the calculator. We get 7.78 kilonewtons. Okay, that's the magnitude of the resultant. Now we want the angle. So remember, we don't want this angle, we want this angle. But we can find this angle by finding this angle, which would be easier to do. So then we use the sine rule, which is sine. We want this one, so we make that theta. And opposite, so that's 3000 equals, and the opposite the only other angle we have is 130, so then we use the opposite and the opposite length of this angle, which is 7780 sine 130. Then you'll get sine minus 1 sine 130 over 7780 times 3000, which is then equal to 1 sine 130 over 7780 times 3000, and you get 17.18. Remember, we don't want that one, we want that one from the positive x-axis. So then we say 180 minus 17.18. Usually I just say minus 180 and then take the negative as a positive. That's 162.82 degrees. There you go. That's the solution.